Coming up, is Marvel's Agatha Coven of Chaos releasing this year? And is Marvel developing some brand new specials for Halloween? And much more. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. It's Monday, it's the beginning of a brand new year. So let's jump into some of today's big Disney Plus news. Last year, Marvel Studios released a brand new format on Disney Plus called a special presentation. And they've released 2 so far, including Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and Werewolf by Night, both of which have been very popular. And these specials give Marvel Studios a way of telling stories that we might not have seen either in a big series or on a film. Maybe the budget didn't warrant it, it's a smaller character. And it looks like we're going to be seeing more of these Marvel Studios special presentations in the years ahead, because according to Scooper Daniel Richman, 2 more untitled Halloween specials are currently in development at Marvel Studios. So let's be honest, we do not know what these new Halloween specials are or when they're going to arrive on Disney Plus. They could be this year, they could be next year, they could be the year after. And also with these Halloween specials, generally they take a lot less time to film. We saw like with Werewolf by Night, it didn't take as long because obviously it's basically just an extended single episode rather than a full series. So it takes a lot less time and the budgets are much less than the big films, and so they need less special effects and stuff. So I'm not at all surprised by this. I think this is a good way of kind of filling in the gaps. I do think in 2023 we've got a lot of content coming anyway, and I think some of the projects that they maybe were developing could possibly turn over into Halloween specials and like holiday specials. I think we're going to see more of this moving forward. Now, while the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special they announced kind of years in advance, with Werewolf by Night they didn't really officially announce it till just a few weeks before it came out. So we might not hear about some of these specials officially until they're pretty much ready to go. But what characters would you like to see turned into Marvel Studios presentations? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Or would you like to see some more Adventures of Man-Thing? I know that's what I'd like. One of the many Marvel series in development for Disney Plus right now is Agatha Coven of Chaos, which is set to begin filming pretty soon. However, back at the Disney Plus Day event in 2021, the show was initially announced and it was called Agatha House of Harkness. And then at the San Diego Comic-Con last year, they renamed it and they said that it was going to be coming out in 2023 and possibly into 2024. Now, since then, we have not really had anything official from that, but also at the San Diego Comic-Con, they announced a whole host of kind of release windows, and most of them have already been changed, so it's not like they were set in stone. Now, it does look like this series might not arrive on Disney Plus this year. First off, it hasn't been filmed. But more importantly, there's been some inconsistencies in terms of kind of announcements from Disney, because they've been putting out their lists of what's coming out this year on the D23 website, and it wasn't included on that one. They also put it up on a website in Japan, and they didn't have a date on it, and then it's been updated, and that one's been completely taken out. And also Disney in the UK put up a tweet with a video with all the different logos and stuff, and that tweet was removed. So there's definitely something going on with those announcements. There's also speculation that maybe Echo has also been delayed, but that was included in the D23 article. I'm talking about new content arriving. That might have just been pushed back till late this year rather than this summer. But with Coven of Chaos, yeah, it definitely does look a little bit more likely that this show has been pushed back. I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm going to be honest, 5 series this year does seem a lot with all the films and stuff extra. So I'm not that fussed if this one does push back a little bit, maybe into early 2024. I think that's probably a good thing. I think we found last year with 3 series that it is a lot, and in the year before that we had 4 series. There's just a lot of content. So I know a lot of people are obviously excited about Marvel, and I love the stuff as well, but I do think a little break is pretty good. As I said, nothing has been officially confirmed. We don't know anything about it, but it's just very noticeable that Disney has not mentioned this series at all, and also has been kind of going around deleting stuff that they've internationally been putting out there. So again, it might not necessarily be delayed, because they did say winter 2023, early 2024. It might just have shifted now into early 2024. Like I said, there's release dates change. We've seen with Marvel in the past that things do happen. But yeah, just be aware that that one might not slip back. But that doesn't mean we're not going to be getting content. We're going to be getting Secret Invasion. We're also going to be getting Ironheart. And we'll also be getting Loki Season 2. And in addition to that, we're going to be getting Echo, the new Ant-Man film, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and the new Marvel film. So it's not like we're going to go hungry for Marvel content, but also just look at those, again, with those Disney Plus series, they've all been filmed, whereas House of Harkness hasn't even started yet. So there's definitely that issue. But yeah, let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. With it being the start of a brand new month, unfortunately some content has been removed from Disney Plus. Here in the UK, we lost both Paddington films. Now those weren't actually released by Disney, they were licensed and they were just on the platform for a year. I suspect we're going to see more stuff kind of vanishing that's licensed. They kind of have this over here with picking up stuff to kind of fulfill a European quota. While in the US, they've actually lost 5 movies over the weekend. So they lost X-Men, they also lost X-Men First Class, lost Book of Life, along with Thumbelina and Rookie of the Year. Now these are all part of existing contracts that were made before Disney purchased 20th Century Studios, and they've got to kind of fulfill them. I know there's a lot of discussion about the fact that the HBO deal kind of has expired and it's finished now after that 10-year deal, but that only means now with new films coming out, they're not going to be going to HBO, but that deal is still going to be with us probably for the end of the decade, because they've got hosts of other movies to go through their pay 1 and pay 2 windows, including Avatar: The Way of Water. So yeah, get used to, there's going to be a lot more stuff. Doesn't look like Disney have brought out that contract completely, and also there's the other issues where with Stars with another contract that's going to be running for a few more years. So unfortunately this is going to be happening for years to come on 20th Century Studios titles. It's just going to be more of the same for that one. But at least now we know moving forward that any new releases coming up aren't going to be impacted by this one. So in today's poll of the day, I asked you, what Marvel Disney Plus original are you most looking forward to watching in 2023? Coming in at top at 56% was Loki Season 2, followed by Secret Invasion, with Agatha Coven of Chaos coming in at 8%. Gonna be honest, I think Loki Season 2 is definitely the one I'm looking most forward to, but actually Secret Invasion is the big one. Seeing Nick Fury in action is going to be something I'm really looking forward to. And as I said earlier in the video, Agatha might not necessarily make this year, but you know, it was still officially on their list of stuff coming this year. And in our comment of the day from Houston, just wondering why we have not got Aladdin the animated series on Disney Plus yet, when we basically have the entire Disney afternoon lineup and we're just missing that one show. Now obviously with content being missing, there are a number of different reasons for this. Some of it can just be down to the quality. You know, is it in high enough definition? Is the audio okay? Does it have music in it that they don't have license for and they're going to have to relicense it, which can cost money? You know, if they have to restore things, that's going to cost money. And with animated shows as well, they might have to pay the creators and the talent. Generally, no, with animated it's a little bit different than it is for films and normal TV series, so that might not be the case. But I suspect there are some costs involved that Disney are just looking at right now and thinking they don't want to spend the money on. The fact that it's not available on any Disney Plus platform around the world generally indicates that it's just not available yet. Sucks. We definitely saw in 2022 they really didn't put a lot of effort into putting this kind of content on there. Hopefully, as we move forward, we might see more of this, especially with it being Disney 100th anniversary year. We're kind of celebrating the classic content. It would be nice if we could get something a little bit more like that one. But judging by 2022, I'm not holding out any hopes on that one. But yeah, it's unfortunately just going to come down to costs, and they don't think there's going to be enough people watching it probably to restore it or do whatever they need to get it onto Disney Plus. Unfortunately, it's not always just a case of just like taking a copy of it and putting it on Disney Plus. There's a lot more to it than just that. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you go check us out over at What's On at DisneyPlus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at What's On DisneyPlus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.